Rublev versus Tiafoe. This was a match that I was really looking forward to. Tiafoe, not that high of a ranking. I believe he was like 55 in the world. Rublev, who just enjoyed a deep run into the Cincinnati Open. He got to the final, losing to Zverev in under an hour. The final, he didn't have the best performance. Zverev completely dominated, but Rublev still great tournament, and he came in here hot. He came in here as the number 7th ranked player in the world, number 5 seed at the U.S. Open. And I thought, two 23-year-olds, these guys have played with each other for a while. They grew up playing against each other in the juniors, so I thought it was going to be a good match. Tiafoe, he's a very inconsistent player right now in his career. He has some good victories against top 10 players, but he also has, a lot of inconsistency. He kind of struggles to tie wins, to put one great performance after another. He'll have a great game, like defeating Tsitsipas in the first round of Wimbledon, and then the next match there's a letdown, and he doesn't play up to the potential that he has, the capabilities that he has. But I thought this was gonna be a great match. Both of them young, 23-year-olds. Rublev a little bit more established, 23-year-old, top 10 player in the world. Tiafoe, a junior, like prodigy. He had a lot of good success when he was a junior. It hasn't translated that much as, in the pros, in the majors. But I thought it was going to be a good match. I thought it had the potential to be a really good match. I was telling my friends, like, damn, this is one you got to watch. This is going to be a good one. And sure enough, it lived up to the billing. They played till 2:14 p.m. New York time, the 6th latest match ever. Tiafoe, for all the inconsistencies that I've mentioned already, he is the first American to reach the second week of the U.S. Open in back-to-back years since Andy Roddick and Mardy finished in 2011, 2012. And, after the match, we'll get into the match a little bit, but after the match in his press conference, he said, I want these guys. I want to put it on my resume. I came out today and I was like, I'm going to beat him. I grew up with these guys. I don't fear any of these guys. Let's keep going. And that was just, I was hyped. I like Tiafoe because he's a showman. He gets the crowd into it. He dances. He celebrates his points. He makes tennis fun. And, I like that. I enjoy that. And it was good. Rublev started strong. He won that first set. He broke Tiafoe pretty early in the set, I believe. And after, I was getting kind of worried because Rublev, he is the number 7 in the world. He has a lot more rank than Tiafoe. And Tiafoe could get down sometimes. He could, the moment sometimes gets too big for him, or he gets down on his head. But to Tiafoe's credit, he stayed through it the whole match. Whenever there was a slump, whenever he double faulted or he missed a volley or something like that, he always came back strong. And I could really appreciate that. Even the commentators were talking about it. Like, it really looks like Tiafoe has matured because there's, one mistake will lead to another, and he would just have a string of mistakes, and he couldn't stop, the crash that he was experiencing. And yesterday, by no means did Tiafoe play like a perfect game or anything like that, but every time that he had a little hiccup, he would come back strong. He would double fall, he'll come back with the ace. And he'll be down 15-40, he'll boom, boom, we're at deuce. It kind of felt like a coming of age match for Frances Tiafoe. I believe before this match, he had a 2-10 record in matches that went 5 sets. So for him to pull this out against the number 7th ranked player in the world was just, it was exciting. It's exciting for American tennis. The U.S. doesn't have a player in the top 30 rankings in the world for tennis. So people have heralded Tiafoe as that guy that's going to, bring back U.S. tennis into, heights. But we'll see. We'll see if he's able to do that. For now, let's just enjoy this this moment. But Tiafoe, like I said, this felt like a coming of age moment for him. Rublev did have a lot of mistakes in the third set. He was serving for the match in the tiebreaker. He was up 6-5, and he double faulted, went 6-6, and then after that, Tiafoe ended up winning the tiebreak, and it looked like he was going to get all the momentum. Tiafoe was up 4-2 in the fourth. It looked like he was ready to close it out. and he drops 4 straight games, losing 6-4 in the fourth. And now you're thinking, okay, Rublev, number 7th ranked player in the world, against Tiafoe, who's known to be inconsistent. It just looked like, Tiafoe had his chance to wrap it up in the fourth set, and he let it slip. And now Rublev was going to show his class. He was going to show why he's a top 10 player. And to Tiafoe's credit, he came in the fifth firing. He won 6-1 in the fifth set, just dominating Rublev. It was amazing. It was incredible. I'm glad I stayed up. The crowd definitely backed up Tiafoe. Obviously, American playing in the U.S. Open in New York. The crowd was amazing. They were chanting USA, USA throughout the whole match. They were chanting Tiafoe, Tiafoe. They were just super behind Frances Tiafoe. And Tiafoe, as a man that thrives with energy, who plays with a lot of heart, who's a showman, who just likes to entertain, who likes to celebrate with points, who likes to celebrate winning sets, matches, everything. It was a perfect combination. The crowd was firing him up. He was getting energy off of them, and it was just a nice spectacle. It was fun. It was a fun match. Over 3 hours long. I'm glad I stayed up to watch it. It was exciting. And we'll see how far Tiafoe goes. Like I said, this side of the draw is opening up. He goes against FFA next. And I wouldn't put it past him. He could, if he plays like he played against Rublev, he definitely has a chance to beat FAA. That's going to be another good match. So if you're looking for some good tennis, it's scheduled to go around 4 p.m. tomorrow on Sunday. But if this U.S. Open has showed us anything, is that a lot of these matches are going the distance, and some matches keep getting pushed back. So I would say maybe like around 5:30 if this trend continues. But it is scheduled for around 4 p.m. tomorrow. And I think that's going to be a great match. And if he's able to beat FFA, then the draw just keeps opening up. And it wouldn't be crazy to think that if Tiafoe gets past FFA, he could potentially get to the semifinals against Medvedev. I'm not calling it. I'm not saying that he's going to do that, but the draw did open up with Tsitsipas losing and, others losing. And we'll see. We'll see how far Tiafoe could go. And I'm rooting for him. He's a showman. He's entertaining. He likes to celebrate. He did the LeBron afterwards. He's just a fun guy to watch play tennis. And I like that. Obviously, there's some people that don't like it, but I myself, I like an entertainer. I like someone that, could play tennis, could be respectful of, their opponent. I like the exchange Rublev and Tiafoe had at the middle, at the net, at the end of the match. It looked like there was no hard feelings. They hugged it out. I think they exchanged some words. Tiafoe patted him in the back. I'm pretty sure they both respected each other after a 5-set thriller. So, I'm a big Frances Tiafoe fan, and I hope he goes far. It was a great match. The match lived up to the billing, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Obviously, you might not have stayed up to watch it. Rublev, he is, he's a bigger name. If you're not American, if you don't follow Tiafoe, it could have just been, you could have just thought Rublev was just going to win this, but you missed out if you didn't watch it. It was a great match, and I'm glad I stayed up. How far do you guys think Tiafoe could go in the U.S. Open? Let me know.